Hi, next we would like to discuss character vectors and factor vectors. So sometimes database includes the column with characters, for example, the names of patients and also the country of origin of patients. So the name and country of origin are different because the name, just the sequence of letters itself is important, but for the country of origin, if three people come from the same country, for example, the USA, we would like R to recognize that those three are the same. So that job can be done by factor vector. And character vectors can be used for names, for example. Okay, so first, the character vectors. If you want to declare character vector, you can just use the same function, just a C parenthesis, to declare the character vector, but every component, every entry should be in quotation. So Andy, Brian, Casey, then this vector is character vector. So baby name. Even you can put numbers here. So if we just want R to recognize the sequence of three numbers, 1, 2, 3, not just numeric, but just as a sequence of three letters that we define 1, 2, 3. Then we can get this one, but this is not recognized as a number, but just one sequence of letters. Okay, so this is character vector, and you can always access to a specific entry by specifying the number 2 or 1 to 2 or 1 and 3. Okay, so the next topic is the factor vector. So factor vector is a little more complicated. Think about the gender of the 4 babies. Male, female, male, female. So at first, we can define this as a character vector. So male, female, male, female. But in this case, the R does not recognize the first and the third elements are the same. So to make R to recognize this, we have to convert this to factor. As factor function. So the GF is gender as factor. So GF, okay, so it looks almost the same, but the quotation symbols have been dropped, and the R recognized that we have 2 levels for this vector, female and male. So yeah, so for example, we can see the R recognized first and third elements are the same by further changing this vector into numeric vector. Okay, so Gn is numeric vector. So here, the female is actually comes before male because in alphabetical order, the female comes first. So the R recognize this vector as basically 2, 1, 2, 1, but still the R retains the name male and female. So transformation from factor to character or character to factor, factor to numeric, this is a kind of complicated because, for example, if we want to go back to character vector as character function. Okay, so G becomes GF and GF becomes GN. But if we convert this GN into character vector, do you expect the output? Actually, this is just a 2, 1, 2, 1. So once you go to numeric, all information about names are lost. So even we convert this into a character vector, still this is just 2, 1, 2, 1. So we have to be careful when we transform factor to character or character to factor and so on.